Today, for the little pixel art exercise, I'm gonna be doing some potions. I've been scrolling through Google again just to get some kind of inspiration. I like the look of these round potions, especially especially these ones look great, but I don't know if I can pull this off. So I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of an easier thing. Something like these. Maybe start off with a little potion like this, medium potion like this, and a large potion like the one in the top. Maybe a bit bigger. But we'll see where this is gonna go. So, I think 16 by 16 should be fine, right? That's gonna be enough space for a potion. Also, a bit of a shorter stream today. Probably no Kingdom Come, since I'm gonna be grocery shopping with my mom. And maybe help her out in the house a little bit today. It depends. First off, let's get back to EDG32. Very nice color palette here. Do we go with a black outline for a potion, or a white outline, or an outline at all? These have a black outline, these have a black outline. These only have like a glass-ish outline. I think I'm gonna go with a black outline. We'll see how it goes. Let's start with the small potion thingy. So maybe what if we do this? This is a bit too large, isn't it? Yeah, that's too much. Gonna make it smaller, like this. This one maybe. Ooh, I like the look of this. As a small potion. And then have it like this. That's the proper outline so far. Maybe, hold on. Maybe even add one, so that's the size. Like this. Okay. Then let's go with a HP potion first. Well, let's do the top. Like the little cork at the top. Like this. Or maybe... Okay, that's fine. Do I go with a very bright red? Let me just fill this up. Something. Something. Maybe a couple darkerish spots, or maybe just... Oh, this red is better. This red is better. The other one was too much. Like too bright, maybe. Maybe a couple bright red spots in... No, just some spots with a brush or pencil tool. So it looks like a little bubbly. Now that looks more like it's some sort of poison potion. Let me first do some coloring here. One more. All the way to the top? No, not all the way to the top. Just like this. Okay. I would like to kind of animate them as well. So they look like they're kind of bubbling up a little bit. But I'm not sure how I could do that with blue. Nah, not with blue. Maybe this color does not match it. This red could work. But let me... Maybe one more white spot up here. No, that's a bit too much. Down. What if we add this pixel as well? Nah. I don't like the stare effect that it adds. This is fine though. This is okay. I could have went with 32 by 32 to add a little bit more detail. Okay, wait. Just had to check something. Day 5. Potions. And this is gonna be HP potion. Yep. Okay. Then we gotta save that as a PNG as well with 100. And let's do a 1000 version as well. Boom. Yep. Then I actually don't need to export this into a bigger file. This might be fine already as is for animating it. So maybe add a couple of red spots down here like this. Make a new frame and then just start painting in more. A couple more like reddish bubbles in here. New one where it goes up higher. A new one, but then where these are removed again. A new one where these are removed. Welcome back, Battlefield. Yes, sir. Hello, Freddy. How's it going? Big work today? Is there a difference between these? There. Oh, yeah. So maybe change this so there's different bubbles coming in. And then here, just a couple. How does that look? Maybe it's hard as shit. About to go work out, get them gains, brother. Fuck summer. I'm actually an advocate for summer. I like it. Unless it's going to like 35, 40C, then it's getting disgusting. But everything between like 27 to 30, I'm very comfortable. I prefer that over freezing temperatures. I hate freezing temperatures. Not a fan at all. Unless it's like in the mountains, when you're on like a skiing trip, then it could be very, very nice. Let me change these up so every frame has a bit of difference. It was 35 a few days ago, so now my house is all heated. Damn it. I'm gonna stop by later to shit talk your potent gameplay. Get them ready. It's gonna be in about half an hour maybe. Then I'll be jumping into Battlefield. Bit of a shorter stream today since I'm gonna be grocery shopping and helping out my mom today. And no stream tomorrow since I'm gonna be visiting my dad. What about this? It's a bit too much movement in there, right? In about an hour, I will be back, so works. Good. Enjoy the workout, even though it's too hot for it. Wait. Let me redo this whole thing. Not the whole thing, but just the bubbling animation. I kind of want to... Bubbles start out at the bottom, they go up. And while they go up, new bubbles form at the bottom, right? That's kind of how bubbles work. Some of the bubbles might get lost in the process of moving up. So frame 1 starts with like 3 bubbles at the bottom. Then those 3 bubbles move up. And they move up higher. And they move up even higher. And then new bubbles form at the bottom, but in a different pattern. And then those bubbles move up again. How does that look? It is a bit better. It kind of works. But there are some missing over here. Let me just add this pixel. Add one here. Maybe gonna make them 2 pixels wide. Nah, 2 pixels doesn't work. That looks like shit. 1 is enough. 1 is definitely enough. Like this. Yeah, okay, but it's moving a bit too fast, so let's lower the animation speed to... Oh no, increase the animation speed to 150 maybe? If it's going too fast, we gotta have them show longer. Boom. If we have a look at this now. That is indeed better. That is indeed better. Maybe add a couple more though. So instead of 3, let's try adding 4. So like have 1 more here. Have 1 more here. Another one here, another one there. Since the ones at the top got removed. Like this. It's fine. It's fine. Not really that noticeable, but it's not supposed to be that noticeable. Just a little tiny bit of animation to it. So that's fine. Let me just save it as health potion as is. And then export it as a GIF. Why is it still a PNG? Okay. What happens if I just save this as GIF 1000? That should have worked, right? GIF 100. And let me look at it. Dev. Where are we? Aseprite, Big Birthday, Potions. And we got the GIF. There it is. There it is. Now the next one will be the same one, but just in a different color for mana potions. Just a blue one, right? Maybe I'm gonna... Am I just gonna copy it with the same bubble movement? Or am I gonna do... Nah, let's just copy it. Let's just copy it. Why do extra work? Okay. So new file. 1616. Frame 1. Copy it, paste it in. I don't know if there's an easier way to copy all of them. Wait, there is. I don't need to copy them all. I can just edit this file. Don't overwrite it, but just save it as new file, right? That does work. Why is there selection around this? Huh? Oh, no. Okay. So, mana potion in this blue. This blue does not fit. That's too dark. So I think this blue is perfect. Let me just change all of the colors here. The red dots are, of course, gonna be changed as well. Bing, bang, bong. And then we add darker. Let's do darker bubbles on the mana potion. We had bright bubbles on the health potion. And to add some variation, I'm just gonna do dark bubbles on the mana potion. Oops. So we let this play. Kind of works. There's one frame where there's a single one. This one. Let me just add one. Whoop. Don't color it in. Just add one there. Don't overwrite it, but save as mana potion. Yes. So export. Give 100. What kind of other potions are there? Stamina potion? A green one? Let's do a green one as well. So we have 3 variations. Export that. And then change it to this green or a darker green. Darker green with bright nah. Let's just do this green. And then I'm gonna do darker spots as the bubbles again. This one or maybe even darker. Let's do this. It's more like a poison potion, right? So am I gonna keep this as poison or... I'm just gonna name it stamina / poison. Could be used as both. Right? Wait, there's a weird... These two have the same ones at the top. That doesn't look too good here. Let me paint this one in. That last frame is kind of... Or maybe because this one is the same. It's okay. It's okay. Save as. Stamina. Poison. Potion. Export. 100. Not save. Export. 1000. Okay. So that's... I should have named them all small version. Or... Wait, I can just leave it like that. Just leave it like that and name the other ones medium and large. That does work. So let's do a new... Let's do a new file. 16. I am, however, gonna copy this. And then just added this one. Just edit it. EDG. And start doing a bigger outline. So as the medium one, I want to have... Wait, actually, let me delete delete the bottom part. Drag this out just by a bit. Like this. And the symmetry, and then start making it bigger. TV's turning off. I'd say that's fine for a medium one. And the large one, I want to have a top to bottom kind of shape, which is even bigger. Or maybe the large one just go down and then big round glass bottle down there. That might work. Then we're gonna make sure to use the same colors. This one was HP. A bit of... Oops. No symmetry, please. On this one, we can kind of have the... Oh, wait, what does it look like on the preview if we don't do this steps thing? Is that better? That seems to be better. Yeah. Yeah. Now, bubbles. Let's start with... Couple down here. New frame. What if I just select them? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Move them up. And maybe, what if we rotate them a little bit? Move it over. Then, of course, fill in these spots. Boom. Do I want new bubbles appearing? Nah, let's do a third frame. Where the bubbles are going up and a kind of gathering up here. Delete some of them here. Just make sure to not have the same bubbles appear on the same spot. Then what if we do one where there's no bubbles? Let me try that out. I didn't do that on the small potion version. One without bubbles. And what if we just copy them over? Just to save some work time? Let's do a bit of variation though. Maybe add a couple here and there. Okay. What about different versions where, let's say the user is drinking the potions and it goes from full to 1/3 to half to empty. I could do that as well. This one's fine though so far. Yep. Potent potion, save as HP potion medium. Okay. Exported as GIF 100,000. And I'll do the same thing, but in blue. Did I use this color? Or this one? This one was the bubbles. Candy! Abuba! How's it going, mate? You lies of P hater? It's fair though. It's fair though. I can understand, especially if you played Sekiro and you know. But told you how bad of a game Lies of P is. You did in the DMs. Which I mean, I personally love the game. Big Lies of P fan here. But I can see the point. If you went from playing, but oh, a butt is coming in. Post champing. What's it gonna be? Played Bloodborne and I loved it. Hey, that's great to hear. I heard of a lot of people that Bloodborne was a very, very potent game. I unfortunately have never played it. So currently I'm waiting on the emulator version. I've read a lot about it. I've seen videos about it. And they're making pretty good progress, but I don't know if it's actually playable on PC yet. And freaking Sony never, like, they put all kinds of games. What are you doing right now? I am learning pixel art. I've done a couple of things so far. I could show you a couple of things. First day was a campfire that looks like this. Way too symmetrical, but I mean, as my first ever thing, I'm liking this. Second day I did a slime, which has a lot of variations. My favorite one is probably Quinn vibe coding. Nah. No vibe code in here. I did vibe code one thing. The monk guy who is supposed to be Brother Zack. Well, this version here, I did on my own. I painted this by hand. But Quinn Game, this is the AI version. It looks better, in my opinion, than my hand-drawn one because there's just more color to it. There's more variation to it. But you can kind of see that it's been done by AI, I think. Especially with these like walking animation that don't really look like walking animations. And when I did this one, I posted it in the Discord for Quinn's game. I think he downloaded it as well. But then I thought, so you're trying to make pixel art. Exactly. Because I thought, hey, this looks okay, this looks fine. Let me try to do this on my own. I looked up a program which was supposedly, well, which could be the best one. So it said Aseprite. So I downloaded it, looked it up, tried my hand at this one. Looks very scuffed. Then I started doing these daily ones. My favorite so far is this death splat on the slime. In a bigger version it looks not too good, but on the small version that looks very nice in my opinion. I like this one the most so far. Pixel art is a craft. It is. What I love about it the most is the limitation. Because if you just say, okay, I want to do some art in Photoshop, what are you gonna do? There's millions of possible things. But what I love about pixel art is the limitation. Like you only have, for these, for example, 16 by 16 pixels and only 32 colors. So you gotta be a bit more creative to do different things, right? Also had a little idle animation. So the slime is my favorite so far. Wait, no, I don't want to quit that. I did a treasure chest. Closed version, open version, and a little animation where it opens up. Kind of proud of this one as well. That's on day 3. Day 4 was a weapon set where I did, well, I exported only the what's it called? The animations for sword swinging. There is a bit of a drag to it, like white lines, so it has a bit of dynamic look. But since there's a white background here, it doesn't really pop out too much. The little axe thing here, a dagger. I made a bow, double axes, a staff, a magic wand. And today is potion day, but I also tried my hand. One of my favorite games involves pixel art, Dead Cells. I've heard a lot of good things about Dead Cells, but I never played it. Maybe I should. Also tried my luck at a floor tile. Not sure how good this one is though. But I think it's okay. And then some stone tiles, which was just making like one row, copying it, and done. Gifted to you to play. Whoa! I'd be honored. I'd be honored. But I have one game. I still need to finish Kingdom Come. And after Kingdom Come, I'm gonna play Thymesia. And when I'm done with Thymesia, there is time for Path of Exile 2. And after Path of Exile 2, then I could play Dead Cells. That is a possibility. Let's get back to working on these, though. You have a backlog. Yeah, kind of. A very big backlog, as you can tell. There's hundreds of games. Of course, I don't want to necessarily play all of these games. But there's some games in here that I still want to play. But then, games like, for example, 7 Days to Die. That's not a game you can finish. That's a game you could play for like a week, maybe 2. And then you're good with that game and move on to the next one. Games like Chernobylite, for example, story games. You can obviously finish them, but I have no idea how long that would take. 7D is a fantastic. What is 7D? Is that in here? Oh, 7 Days. I got into 7 Days to Die because of my dad. I think he has like either 1,000 or 2,000 hours in this game. He's a huge gamer as well. And I don't know, he's modding this game. He's having a lot of fun with 7 Days to Die. But I think he hasn't played it in a while now. But I still gotta finish this one. And I think I'm about 95% done with Kingdom Come. So probably early next week I will be done with Kingdom Come. No Kingdom Come today though. Such a good crafting game. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. I also love the base building in 7 Days. Also the trap system. It's in the beginning, it's basically a survival game, right? Where you have to kind of start out like you do in Minecraft. But then at a certain point, once your base gets big enough, it kind of becomes like a tower defense game. If you have the right settings for it. Of course, you could make it easy, so it's not a hassle at all to survive. But I do like a bit of a challenge. So there's probably there will not probably, but HunDP, there's gonna be 7 day streams in the future. I just cannot say when. Export another version 1000. So we have one per day. Oh, also I did a little pretzel thingy because Squally asked for a pixel pretzel. So I did this little thing. Looks more like a mask. And then Clyde sent in a picture of a PoE unique item that looks kind of exactly like this one. And now I cannot unsee it. Potions. We got small HP one, small mana one, small stamina one, or poison one, whatever anyone would like to use this for. We got medium HP, medium mana. Next up, we gotta do medium stamina. It is crazy how many bots there are on Twitch, eh? Every single day I have to... Luckily, there's a feature on Twitch where I can say, okay, these terms are prohibited. If anyone is typing cheap views with some kind of accents on E or O or whatever, it just gets blocked and I can just deny the message. But it is insane how many of those things get in. It's insane. The bot revolution is real. Sooner or later, AI is gonna take over, isn't it? If it hasn't already. When you think about how people use GPT and all kinds of other things. I was just talking to Clyde on WhatsApp about that. And he sent me some screenshots of people's conversation with ChatGPT. And these people treating ChatGPT as if it's a love companion, which is insane. I do not get that. Why would you take an AI as a love companion? I guess because it cannot talk back, it does exactly what you tell it to do, right? And it just regurgitating the shit you tell it. All right. So we're done with medium ones as well, and now we do a new one for a large version, 16 by 16. Just gonna copy this for now. Boom. Delete this part. And I want to have a bit of a bigger... Do I want a bigger bottle opener? Nah, I think that's fine. But we gotta do symmetry. And then I want to have a very large one like this. Maybe even bigger. It goes like this. That's fine for a large potion. And the same thing over again. Red for the health. No symmetry. And just add some bright shading to it. That is fine. I like this. I like this. And now some bubbling. Some bubbling. This time I think I'm gonna start out with no bubbles. New frame. Why is there a cow singing in my ear? Did they literally just record a moo? What is this? New version. Add a couple more here. New version. Even more. That's fine. And then here I gotta get rid of some bubbles at the bottom. Same with this version. What does it look like? Okay. It's still too fast, but we can change that later. Over here, add a couple at the bottom again. No, not here. This one's fine. On this frame. Once these bubbles have reached the top, we're gonna have new bubbles coming in. New one. There. Don't want to have the same pixels on the on one frame after another. That would look a bit weird. And then one more. One more where the bubbles are at the top again. Doo-doo-doo. What does it look like? That's okay. Maybe a bit too fast again. So let's do... What if we do 125 this time instead of 150? 150 would be a bit too slow for a large potion, I feel like. Huh? There it is. Is better. Okay. Then save it. HP potion. Large. Okay. Export. And once I'm done with changing this into a mana and stamina potion, we will be jumping into some battlefield. I should have done the first frames on the other potions with no bubbles as well, because I like the look like it looks on the large potion. I can do that off stream though. So that's large one. I did small and big, good. And then mana potion. Fill it up. Wait. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no. I switched the colors. I have the small one very bright, and then here I change it up. Let me do the big one. Let me do the big one with bright colors as well. Gotta redo it all. Okay. This is more mana-like. What time it is it? It is 1:26. Okay. And then I have dark bubbles in this one. Oops. I'm misclicking. Would this classify as some sort of aim training as well? Okay. Save as... Did I call it large or big? Large. Large mana potion. Export. I should probably also export as sprite sheets, right? Because I'm not sure how well game engines can work with GIFs instead of... I think most game engines actually just use sprite sheets, right? So that's the large mana potion done as well. Good. And now we do stamina slash poison, whatever you want to call it. I'm so excited for the new Path of Exile League, though. It is almost time. In 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks. I think next week on the 20th? Was it the 20th? We'll get the big announcement. And then just 1 more week. And we can log the fuck in. It's gonna be a huge patch. A lot of rumors going around, of course. I've read that Druid is an option, probably coming in. I've already heard about an auction house for items. That might be a thing. That will be huge, actually. I think the Path of Exile community has been asking for that for years now. Maybe over a decade, probably. All right. Save as stamina large. Also Abyss. A very good. I like Abyss mechanic a lot. Especially because it gives you a lot of XP. If Abyss is gonna be a thing, there will be a lot of deaths to it, right? Big amount of deaths. Let me just redo the mana medium. Mana potion medium. Just gotta change the color on it. Just gotta switch it up. Let me... Just so I keep the exact positions of the bubbles. There. And then change it to the bright color here. These bubbles actually look better than the dark ones, eh? Don't they? But I've went with darker bubbles on the other potions as well, so let's keep that consistent. Oops. Boom. Save it. Export as the same ones. Overwrite. Yep. Perfect. I am probably gonna go through the mana potion and the stamina potion, all sizes, and change the bubbles to a bright color because I did that on the HP potion and I think it actually looks better. Well, are bubbles brighter or darker? I would say usually they look darker when you have some sort of brewery or water bottle, some sort of drink, and there's bubbles in there. The bubbles usually tend to look darker, but in these graphics, it would make more sense if they are brighter, because that makes it pop out more, right? But anyways, that is, I would say that is today's pixel art exercise.